Namaste everyone, I am Gyan and you are watching the session 6 of Java and Web Constructors. In this video, we will learn about the applicable modifiers on the constructors and we will also try to understand the consequences of the private constructors. Only access control modifiers like public, private, protected and default are applicable to the constructors. So the modifiers which can be applied to the constructors are public, private, protected and default. If we try to apply any other modifier on the constructor, we will have a compile time error. For example, if we try to apply the static modifier on the constructor, then it will be a compile time error because the constructor is meant for different objects, while the static keyword is meant for common among all the objects. So it's not suitable to apply the static modifier on the constructors. Whenever we create an object of a class, we call constructor. Now the question is, what will be the consequences when we apply the private modifier on a constructor? Whenever we create an object of a class, we call a constructor. If we declare a constructor of a class private, then we cannot create object of that class in another class, because the private constructor is not visible in the another class. So the private constructor cannot be called from the another class. But we can create the object of a class in the method of the same class even if the constructor is private, because the private constructor is visible and can be called from the method of the same class. Here in this case we have the Java file constructor.java. The Java file contains two classes, the class point and the class main. The class point has a default constructor which is private. Since the default constructor of the class point is private, so we cannot create an object of type point in the method of some other class. That's how writing this line point p is equal to new point results a compile time error. Let me apply this code practically. Open constructor.java and this is the same code as we seen. We have the private constructor which we cannot use in the method of some other class. Let me try to execute this code. Javac constructor.java. The compiler throws an error. The constructor point has private access in the class point. In this line we have the given error. The rule is similar for the parameterized constructor. If we write here int I, comma int j, then also the private constructor is private. Write here x is equal to I and y is equal to j. It's absolutely perfect. We can assign an integer variable j in the float variable y and use here parameterized constructor. Write here 2, 3. Now since the constructor of point p is private, so we cannot use the parameterized constructor here. Let me save and compile this code. Javac constructor.java. Compiler throws an error. The point int has private access in the class point. But here you can see, here there is only one class main in the Java file constructor.java. The class main has a private default constructor and from the method main of the class main we are creating an object of class main. While creating an object of class main, we are using the default constructor, so the default constructor will be called. Since in the method of same class we are creating the object of that class, so we can call the private constructor. And unlike previous case, the compiler will not throw any error. So let me try this code practically. Open constructor.java and cut these 8 lines and paste it here. Change the name here main and write main p is equal to new main. Now we are not using the class point at all. We have only one class which contains the private constructor, and from the method of the same class we are creating object of the class main. And in this case the compiler will not throw any error since the private constructor is visible in the method of the same class. Let me save and compile this code. Javac constructor.java. Compiles fine, clear the screen. Run it, Java main. It runs fine and printing constructor. Why other modifiers are not allowed with the constructors, we will see about it in the later sessions of Java and Web. That's all for this video guys. Don't forget to like and share this video, subscribe this channel if you are new and leave your valuable comments in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.